Good morning, everyone. As we get started up on this Wednesday morning, lots of things going on in Lansing.
Yes, attention on some hospital bills.
That's right. So let's get started. Multiple hospital staffing bills going to Lansing today. We're going to have the latest on this and what it may mean for local hospitals on the way.
New this morning, overseas, President Trump spoke with President Moon of South Korea. It's over the latest missile launch by North Korea, the most powerful launch they've done so far.
And the Founders Landing project in Marquette still underway, but they need a few more years to finish it up. We've got the latest on the project development as your TV6 Morning News starts right now.
From Upper Michigan's news source, this is your TV6 Morning News.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vicki Crystal.
And I'm Andrew LeCount.
First, we want to let you know that our countdown to Christmas picture today is from Tina. This is actually inside her house. This is really pretty, so thanks to Tina for sending that in to us. Again, as we're starting up, it does not feel like we're getting ready for December yet.
No, it is a little cooler than it was yesterday as Mackenzie joins us. A breeze in the air this morning.
Yes, a little bit breezy and definitely cooler than what we saw yesterday morning. Here's a look at our 24-hour temperature change. Nearly 15 to 25 degrees cooler across the UP in most places than what we were from yesterday morning. Here's a look at our current temperatures. 28 degrees right now in Marquette, 31 in Munising, 31 also in Menominee, 24 in Iron Mountain, and 29 degrees inland. So a chillier morning out there, but still above normal for this time of year. Winds are making it feel even colder in the teens, especially in the north. Feels like 14 degrees right now in Marquette and in Iron Mountain, 21 in Iron River, and 26 degrees in Menominee. That's because we are continuing to see slightly breezy winds from the northwest, around 5 to 18 miles per hour. But we're going to see these winds diminish as we head throughout the day right now. Still gustiest in the east with gusts around 25 to 30 miles per hour. Here's a look at our day planner for the day today, though. We're going to see winds become variable as we head closer to the noon hour. And then this afternoon, winds are going to pick back up from the south, and that's going to leave us with a breezy day in store for tomorrow. I'll have more details on the way, but for now, back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Mackenzie. Again, we'll catch up with you in just a little bit. But we do start up your Wednesday morning with a developing situation down in Lansing.
Attention on some bills that come from both sides of both major parties.
That's right. So happening today, 3 hospital staffing bills going in front of the House Health Policy Committee in Lansing.
6 lawmakers from around the state and both major parties have introduced the bills, calling it the Safe Patient Care Act. It would set limits on the number of patients a registered nurse can be assigned, limit the hours an RN can be forced to work, and require hospitals to be transparent about their staffing levels. It's a closely watched issue in Upper Michigan after nurses at UPHS Marquette went on strike for 48 hours in October. They raised concerns about staffing levels. There's still no agreement between administration and nurses at the hospital. Watch your TV6 Early News tonight for a recap of today's House hearing.
In other news today, South Korean President Moon Jae-in warning today that the situation on the Korean Peninsula could be aggravated and, quote, get out of control. Moon and President Donald Trump held a phone conference after the latest North Korean missile launch yesterday. 2 leaders agreeing to respond sternly to Pyongyang's provocations while cooperating with the international community. Moon expressing worry that the North's growing missile threat could force the U.S. to attack before Pyongyang masters a nuclear-tipped long-range missile. The South Korean president has repeatedly declared, there can be no U.S. attack in the North without Seoul's approval. And as tensions on the Korean Peninsula worsen, Hawaiians testing a new warning system intended to alert them in case of a nuclear attack. It says North Korea launched a missile yesterday that the regime says can hit any part of the U.S. Hawaii is already weather-related sirens, but now they're using the same siren used during World War II to warn of air raids. If sirens sound, Hawaiians will have at most 15 minutes to take cover.
The Senate Budget Committee approved the Republican tax plan yesterday, which will advance the sweeping tax package to the full Senate. The president met with Senate Republicans at their weekly policy luncheon yesterday. The field trip was part of a blitz to get at least 50 of the 52 Republican lawmakers to back the bill. Republican Senate leaders hope to get a vote on the bill this week, but some rank-and-file Republican senators think that's too aggressive of a timeline.
President Trump travels back to Missouri today to talk about tax reform. It is the second time in 3 months that the president will have gone to Missouri to discuss taxes. He'll be in St. Charles delivering a speech at the Convention Center on the Republicans' plans. In August, he spoke on the same topic in Springfield. Democrats say the current GOP plan favors the rich, places a financial burden on the middle class, and will add to the federal debt.
In Upper Michigan news, the Founders Landing project still under construction in Marquette. Here's a drawing of it. The project, planned for 10 years, is hitting the 8-year mark. And so far, the $50 million project has produced 33 of the Landing condominiums. It's a 42-unit space that already houses some residents. The last 9 units are currently being built as the Adams building. That'll be finished next summer. The other part of the project is One Marquette Place. That space will house apartments, retail space, restaurants, and parking, and should be finished next November.
This is going to be a fantastic place to live. I mean, people that are living in the condominium units already can attest to that. But these apartments are really so close to the water, and they're up high and have great views in all directions of Marquette, of the lake, of the hills. It's really a beautiful site.
According to Polson, there are only a few units still available in the Adams building, and the apartments have already received a lot of interest from prospective renters.
Mather Elementary in Munising had their students dancing and cheering for healthy meals. The Milk Means More Jump with Jill tour, sponsored by the United Dairy Industry of Michigan, made their first stop in Munising yesterday. The program encourages kids to eat healthy and get out and move as a part of a healthy lifestyle.
Well, I'm a certified teacher and a certified fitness instructor with a love of nutrition and taking care of my body and helping others get in shape and get healthy as well. Well, we teach them that they only get one body that's going to last their entire lives, and it's important for them to take care of this body.
If you'd like to learn more about it, visit our website and mobile app. Well, Marquette Township kicked off their Christmas season just last night.
The crowd gathered in front of the Westwood Mall for some live Christmas carols. Things almost took a turn for the worst as you see the Grinch showed up, but he was quickly apprehended by the Marquette County Sheriff's Office. After that, Santa showed up riding in a Marquette Township fire truck, and then the tree was lit.
Season is ready to roll. And by the way, Mackenzie, I did take your advice, and my inflatable snowman did not inflate it last night because it was even windy before it started picking up.
It was windy and warm yesterday, Mackenzie.
Yes, very warm. I'm glad to hear your snowman did not blow away. Take a look at our high yesterday, 46 degrees. The average for yesterday, 32, so a well above normal day. Same with the lows, 29 degrees is the temperature we dropped down to. 18 degrees is the average. So a warm day yesterday. Here's a look at our highs across the rest of the UP. Warmed up to 51 in Munising and in Iron Mountain, 54 degrees in Escanaba, and all the way up to 58 degrees in Menominee. Today, we're still going to stay above normal, but going to cool down just a bit compared to yesterday. Departure from normal for the month of November, 2.8 degrees. That number continues to get closer to zero as we see these warmer temperatures. Here's a look at our current temperatures this morning. 31 right now in Munising, 28 in Escanaba, 24 degrees in Iron Mountain, and 28 up in Copper Harbor. So still unseasonably warm morning, but cooler than what we saw yesterday. Here's a look at a future cast for temperatures this afternoon. We're going to warm into the mid to upper 30s for those of you in the western half of the UP. The eastern half is going to stay a little bit cooler. I'd say closer to the lower to mid 30s for those of you there. Here's a look at our satellite and radar this morning. We have high pressure centered over the state of Iowa, and that's going to continue to bring very pleasant weather for the day today. Overnight tonight, going to stick with the calmer weather, and then for tomorrow, we do see some scattered chances of rain and snow mixed. I'll have more details about that on the way.
Okay, thank you very much, Mackenzie, and we'll catch up with you in just a few minutes.
After the break, we'll take a closer look at the president's time on Capitol Hill yesterday.
He went, and he'll be heading to Missouri later today. We'll have more on why in just a moment.
You're watching your TV6 Morning News with Vicki Crystal, Andrew Lacombe, Samantha Rivera, and meteorologist Mackenzie Lee.
Good morning, everyone. Clouds will continue to decrease as we head into the morning. The sunrise at 8:11 this morning, that's Eastern time, and then it'll set at 5:06 under quiet conditions and sunny skies.
President Trump heads to Missouri today to sell the public on his tax plan. But can he sell skeptical Republicans? Here's NBC's Tracy Potts.
Mr. President, do you have the votes on tax reform?
He does for now. The two most skeptical Republicans voted for his tax plan after President Trump showed up in person.
It was very, very special. The camaraderie was somewhat of a love fest.
No love fest here. 36 people arrested outside the room where that vote happened. Now leaders are trying to sweeten the deal. to address concerns about small businesses and low-income Americans paying more. Can it pass the full Senate?
Every single member of the Republican conference is working to get the yes.
Democrats said no, boycotting a meeting with the president after he slammed them as weak on crime and tweeted, "I don't see a deal on budget and immigration."
You cannot negotiate the year-end, the omnibus spending bill without the person who signs the bill in the room.
Democrats called the empty chairs a stunt.
These issues are far too serious for these kinds of games.
With no deal, the budget runs out next week, prompting a possible government shutdown. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
And while there's trouble in Washington, joy in the Big Apple. The Rockefeller Center lighting up their giant Christmas tree tonight. Their annual star-studded event starts at 8 o'clock tonight. Harry Connick Jr., Seal, Gwen Stefani among those will be performing tonight on NBC. The worldwide symbol of the holidays will take center stage. It's a 75-foot Norway spruce decorated more than 50,000 lights. Yeah, will be up until January 7th, and you can catch it all tonight here on TV6 beginning at 8 o'clock. Good time.
We showed you how Marquette Township with their tree last night. More ceremonies continuing across the UP, but really no snow to make those special.
I wish there was. We're going to be seeing dry conditions for the day today. The next chance of rain and snow, I'll have that after the break.
Mackenzie, thank you. Coming up in consumer news, a department store in Marquette Township is closing its doors. We'll tell you when Yonkers plans to close. But first, let's look at yesterday's closing numbers from Wall Street. The Dow Jones up 256 points. The Nasdaq gained 34. The S&P 500 added 26. In consumer news, one of the biggest draws to the Westwood Mall in Marquette Township is closing. The parent company of Yonkers announced yesterday the store will close early next year when its lease expires January 31st. The store will stay open for business to customers through the end of January. The closing will impact approximately 68 employees at this location. Also this morning, Starbucks is rolling out its second holiday cup of the season, and it's red. The new cup has a white heart in the middle and an illustration of two hands making a heart shape. Inside that heart, customers are encouraged to write the name of someone who fills their heart and embodies goodness. You can then share your decorated cup on social media with the hashtag #GiveGood. Chobani is downplaying its Greek yogurt with a makeover of its packaging. The rebranding move removes the words Greek yogurt from underneath the Chobani name, signaling the company plans to branch out into new products beyond yogurt. As for the yogurt inside the new packaging, it stays the same. The new look will begin showing up in grocery stores this week. Our hot job today is out of Negaunee. Teal Lake Pizzeria is opening soon, and the search is underway for kitchen staff. The new pizzeria is looking for one full-time employee to work closely with the owner and potentially move into an assistant manager role. A good driving record is required. The store is also looking to hire 3 or 4 part-time employees to work evenings and weekends. You can apply by sending your resume to the email address on the screen.
22 after coming up, Samantha Rivera is kicking off the holiday season. She's in Escanaba this morning checking out a very special Christmas village. This is great. But before we join Samantha, a possible serial killer has now been arrested in Florida. We've got the latest on who he is and how many murders he's tied to coming up at 5:30.
Concerns are growing stronger on the Korean Peninsula as North Korea launched another missile yesterday. Find out what the Pentagon has confirmed about this latest launch.
And in health news, red meat allergy has been going around. After the break, tell you what parasite causes that allergy and how to know if you've got it as your TV6 Morning News continues.
Good morning, everyone. Take a look at this photo. This was taken yesterday at sunrise in Marquette, Michigan. This photo taken by 906 Superior Land Sunrises. Should be setting up for a nice sunrise today. If you take any pictures, please send them in. You can do so via email, Twitter, or Facebook. Mackenzie Lee, TV6.
Good morning, everyone. They may not have many basketball players on the roster, but Ishpeming's going to be okay. The girls only had 7 playing last night against Bark River Harris. They have 8 on the roster. First quarter, Megan Robinette, Haley Demers to Grace Peterson. Her shot rattles out, but Demers gets the rebound and Barker Harris has a 2-0 lead. A short time later, Demers to Robinette. One way, then the other. Nice rotation and splash. 7-6 Broncos. Then Ishpeming went to work. Madigan Johns into the front court. Finds Mariah Austin on a backdoor move. She had 10 points in the first quarter and ended up with 27. Chloe Schoholm, Mariah Bertucci to Madigan Johns, driving to the basket and scoring. She had 15. Ishpeming goes on to win this one 78-40. In the Copper Country, Hancock hosting West Iron County. Second quarter, Deandra Carroll drives. No, Delaney Hainanen is going to be just fine on that one, but the Wiegand had a 21-12 lead. And West Iron County would respond. Emily Nelson to Riley Stein. Back to Nelson. Nice post move, and that's an easy bucket. Wiegand's up 11. Taylor Sabis will get the basket here. But West Iron County cruised to the victory 60-32 as Eden Gallagher led the Wiegand with 20 points. The rest of the scores you can see on our website at uppermichigansource.com. When we come back later, high school hockey.
In health news, some people have been waking up in the middle of the night with severe allergic reactions, and doctors say they know what might be behind it. A red meat allergy, more specifically an allergy to a sugar molecule, alpha-gal, found in beef, pork, and lamb. A tick bite thought to cause the allergy. Researchers at the National Institutes of Health found the allergy in some of those who had had unexplained reactions. Eliminating meat from the diet seemed to fix the problem. In other health news, marriage may lower the risk of dementia. Data from over 800,000 adults show lifelong singletons 42% more likely to develop dementia than married peers. Widowers also at a higher risk. Experts say marriage may help both partners have healthier lifestyles and provide more opportunities for social interactions. Well, first, a big thank you going out to Tina for sharing her picture with us today. And remember, we would love to see your photos and share them on the air.
It's easy for you to share them with us. Go to uppermichigansource.com. We have a Submit Your Photos and Videos page. You can do that on there. Also send them to us via Facebook.
All right, and your TV6 Morning News is going to be right back talking more about new research about Great Lakes